What's going on, guys? My name is Triforce Addiction. Welcome back to another COD mobile video. So the Season 4 tournament has officially begun. Of course, the tournament is the same as usual, with it just starting on Friday night for all of you guys that may be living in Central Time. So I did not think I was going to be making another tournament video because I thought it was going to be over, because in Season 3 there was a calling card that said Final Tournament, and then for a time they also removed the tournament tab. Little did we know that we were getting a 4th season for the tournament, and the reason why I guess they said final tournament is probably because they were going to kind of just overhaul the entire thing. So I did hear a lot of mixed opinions about tournament mode. For controller players, obviously it's a little easier, it's a lot less stressful because there are some bots in the lobby, but from what I understand, just the main players, the touch players, I heard that it's very, very stressful. And I don't blame them. I mean, everyone uses meta in those modes, whether it be free-for-all or let's say something else like gunfight or something. But yeah, I heard a lot of negative things about it. So what they did is that they actually kind of overhauled the entire thing. So the reason why I say they did overhaul the entire mode is that we do have a new set of game modes. We have Ground War, we have Alcatraz, and even that Sticks and Stones thing. But also, the more important part is that it's a lot easier to earn camo rewards. In the past seasons, you had to actually win matches such as free-for-all, gunfight, or even gun game in order to actually get a crown point. It was still pretty lenient, though, I will say that, because if it was free-for-all or gun game, all you had to do was at least make it to 3rd place to have it count as a win. So there was some leniency there, but I do agree that in some areas like gunfight or stuff that's like round-based or even kill confirmed, you don't really... It's a little bit more merciless. So if you lose, you get nothing out of it. So you wasted like maybe 10 minutes of your life. So instead of focusing on wins, you now focus on participation. So basically, before you had to win a match, now all you have to do is pretty much participate. And for Ground War, it was a pretty good idea because obviously it would have taken much longer if you did lose a match and you would have wasted so much more time. So they just decided to make it easier on everyone and make it so that everyone is guaranteed some sort of reward by the end of the match, no matter if they win or lose. I mean, even if you're at the very bottom of the leaderboard, let's say you just get like 1 kill and you lose the match like crazy, you're still guaranteed like a few amount of crowns. Like there's no way that you end the match with nothing unless you leave. For the most part, you are going to be earning like around 7 to 10 crowns every single match. It doesn't matter whether or not you win or lose. Again, it's really all about participation, and that's the cool thing about this Ground War mode, is that everyone's kind of like just doing their own part and they're all getting rewarded for it. Of course, the way that you're giving crowns, obviously they had to kind of like increase the requirement to unlock everything. So it's not going to be at 20 anymore. That would be crazy because you just have to play 2 games of Ground War just to finish the whole thing. So obviously they had to increase the requirement up to 100. So about 10 games or so, you'll be able to unlock everything within that week. So over time, every time you reach like about 10 crowns, you'll get like a new reward. For the most part, they're more or less the same. You do get those coupons. You do get those little winter crates where you could get like the melee weapons with Blistering Magma. And there are also the selectable crates where you could either choose Red Sprite, Glacial Ripple, Polychromatic, or even Blistering Magma. So long story short, just play the game. That's all you have to do. You don't really have to do anything at all. You could just throw every match and still get rewarded pretty well. But I do recommend obviously trying, because you could just maximize the amount of crowns that you make per game. And so long as you make it, I think, to like the top 3, you should be able to get all 10 crowns, no matter if you win or lose. So now that we've gone over how to get Blistering Magma exactly, let's talk about my personal opinions on this new version of tournament mode. So I know a lot of you guys probably have a lot of good opinions about this so far, because now you don't have to go all out in order to get the camo that you want. Now it's just pure participation, which is great because, I mean, I know a lot of people couldn't even make it to 20 wins before the weekend ended. And, there are players like that. Not every player in this game is a god. I guess my only real complaint for this mode is the fact that you have to stay in it a lot longer than before, because previously you were given modes like free-for-all or gunfight or even gun game where it will last to like maybe 1 to 5 minutes max. Usually 5 minutes if you're like in the gunfight mode. But for the most part, they were relatively short, and you could get all the rewards within like maybe an hour or an hour and a half. But now that we have modes like Ground War where it takes much longer, you're going to have to stay in tournament modes for about like 2 to 3 hours in order to get everything. That's my only real complaint. It's not really a major one. I don't have too much of a problem with it because one feature that they did add is the fact that you could actually play Ground War with your friends. So if you have a whole 5-man team, you could just bond, just joke around all you want, because at the end of the day, you still earn all the rewards. Another benefit to this is just the fact that it's not as competitive as it was before. You're not going to be going against tryhards all of the fucking time. So yeah, it eases up on the matchmaking a bit. It's not going to be too stressful. Another issue I guess that I do have is the communication. For some reason, the microphone settings, or I guess the audio settings, are just not working that well. And this is kind of like a universal thing. It's not just happening in this mode. It's happening everywhere where people are having trouble connecting to voice chat, which I use a lot with my friends. So sometimes we just go throughout the entire match without even saying a word to each other. I'm kind of hoping that they fix that soon because it's really annoying that you can't communicate with your own teammates. So now that we got all that stuff out of the way, let's actually talk about the camo itself. This is my own personal review on the camo. So I know a lot of people are going to hate me for saying this because this might be a controversial opinion, but honestly, I don't like the camo at all. I know it's animated, I know it looks, flashy and nice, but I don't know, it just doesn't look good on any blueprint at all, unless it's a fire legendary skin. And when I say fire legendary skin, I don't mean like, a skin that looks badass. I'm talking about like, fire-based legendary skins, like the QQ9 Melting Point or the AK-117 Meltdown or the ASM-10 Bunker Buster. Like anything that's fire-based will look good with it. Kind of like how Glacial Ripple looked good with the Rytech AMR Mythic. I don't know, I don't like how it looks like on most blueprints. If anything, I just recommend using this on just the base weapons. Don't get me wrong, I do appreciate the efforts that they went through to make this camo, I do, but it just doesn't look good on anything. And that's just my personal opinion. I know maybe some of you guys probably think it's trash, but I know a lot of people on Twitter, like in the COD mobile community, actually like this skin. So I respect their opinions, but just for me, it's not a camo that I would use any time at all. I mean, I'll probably use it because I unlocked it, but for any other reason, I just wouldn't use it. Don't get me wrong, just because I don't like it doesn't mean I'm not going to grind for it. Obviously, like that's kind of been like the goal of this channel since like day one, where I just get as many camos as I can. And right now I'm almost like at 700, or I should be at 700 by this point. So yeah, we're very close. Hopefully we could make it to like 1,000 at some point. But yeah, I mean, this season's going to go on for about like 2 in-game seasons. So around like January, we should get a new tournament skin. Hopefully hopefully that one's gonna be better than this one, to be honest, because I just don't like this one. I don't know. I know it's a controversial opinion, guys. I know it's controversial, but I'm sure some of you guys out there might feel the same way. I don't want to feel like I'm the only guy that's not liking this camo. Even my friend Parker, he says it's all right. It's not like the greatest thing in the world. And I will give the devs credit for, making very stellar skins in the past, like Glacial Ripple or even Polychromatic, and what's the other one? The Red Sprite. I mean, all those are amazing, but they just kind of missed it with this one. So hopefully the next one's very good. Also, just to update you guys on what I have so far, I do have the Krig 6, the Lapa, the M16, DRH, M4. I think I had like another assault rifle, but I also got the HG40 and the Hades from those other weapon category crates. As for melee weapons, I did get the knife, I got the machete, I got the... What else? What else did I get? I also got the SIG one. There was like another melee weapon that I got. Or maybe that's just it. I'm not really that sure. But yeah, I got quite a bit. Progress is going by quick. Keep in mind, since this is going on for 2 seasons, I might not be able to get it on everything, but I'll just get it as much as I can. When the new camo does arrive, like within 2 months, I'm not going to continue grinding this one out. I'm going to go for that one, obviously. But yeah, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like. Make sure to subscribe for some more COD mobile content. I'll see you guys next time.